In the United States, approximately 45% of rental property owners or landlords self-manage their properties. It can be done, but just be sure to weigh the pros and cons to see if it makes sense or doesn't make sense for you. The Begin to 10 podcast is for newer real estate investors that want to learn how to grow to closing 10 deals every year. My name is Josh Chapman, and I was able to scale from 0 to over 250 properties in 2 years. And in this podcast, I will share with you some of the most beneficial principles I've learned in my real estate journey. Welcome to the Begin to 10 podcast. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and in episode number 18, we will talk about property management. When should you self-manage, and when should you hire a professional property manager? This is a bit of an odd topic because I personally own a property management company, and it feels a bit counterproductive to advise you to consider self-managing. I have self-managed my properties since day one. I did this because I wanted to scale my rental portfolio fast, and I knew that I would be able to do more deals and would cash flow more if I managed myself. Let me tell you though, it does take a considerable amount of time and can cause some headaches self-managing. There are books, YouTube videos, and other resources that give you a more streamlined blueprint on how to self-manage. So look into those if you decide to self-manage. Also, there are online software tools that you can use to help make self-managing more efficient. So what type of investor should self-manage? The investor that has some time, that is willing to put up with some hassle, that is good with people, and that needs the additional cash flow to scale quickly or for personal income. Let's get a little more in depth into each of those reasons. How much time does it in fact take? Some weeks it could take no time to manage one property or a small portfolio, but other weeks it could take as much as 10 hours or more. Things that you will have to do are answer calls, answer texts, answer emails from tenants, vendors, or contractors. You may even perform some of the repairs yourself. You have to collect rent, and that may include a few trips to the bank or visiting a property. If the property is vacant, you have to list it and talk to all the people that are interested. You have to screen applicants. You have to send reminders if a tenant doesn't pay. You may even have to deal with an eviction and attend a court hearing. Those are just a few things, but there's a lot that goes into managing properties, so you must have the available time. So what type of hassle or headache do you encounter? Tenants sometimes can damage your property. They may not pay the rent. You may have to visit them or speak with them about the issues that they're dealing with. They could call you with issues at the most inopportune time. I think it's very important to set some guidelines or parameters with your tenants about communication on the front end when they are new. Also, make sure you review the lease with them in detail when they first sign it, so they can't be surprised when you charge them for a late fee for not paying their rent. Managing rental properties is a people-facing business, so you have to be good with communication. But you can't be a pushover either, because at the end of the day, you still have to make your mortgage payment and pay for the repairs. Also, you may consider self-managing if you need the cash flow that you would otherwise be paying a property manager. Most property managers charge between 10 and 12% of the monthly rent. This amount could mean a deal cash flows for you as an investor or doesn't cash flow on your Excel spreadsheet when you're first analyzing the deal. Or it could mean that you have a 5% cash on cash return on your spreadsheet or a 15% cash on cash return. Starting out, when I first started out, I always analyzed deals to have at least 15% cash on cash return with me self-managing. So like I said, I own a property management company. So I'm going to take a few minutes and give you the pros for using a professional property manager. Property managers deal with all the communication, the headaches, and all the other stuff I listed all day long, every day. We're used to it. We have the systems and the processes in place to best address all the issues and usually lead to happier, more taken care of tenants. I'm not saying that's always the case, but for us, we're awesome property managers, by the way. We are very good at taking care of tenants and keeping them happy. Keeping tenants happy means that you, as an investor, make more money. They are less likely to move out, which reduces vacancies. Also, property managers have a better network of contractors, so you could possibly spend less on repairs and maintenance by tapping into the network of vendors that the property manager has. Property managers can save you from keeping up with QuickBooks or other complicated accounting programs. Property managers will keep up with all of the numbers and the accounting stuff and then just send you documents at the end of the year to give to your accountant. Property managers should know all the local laws so that they can handle things like posting notices, evictions, security deposits, and all the other items that are covered in your local and state laws. This will reduce the liability that you take on compared to those that self-manage. In the United States, approximately 45% of rental property owners or landlords self-manage their properties. It can be done, but just be sure to weigh the pros and cons to see if it makes sense or doesn't make sense for you. Shameless plug time. Our property management company is named Open Key Property Management. If you have any questions about property management or need our services, feel free to reach out to me at josh@openkeypm.com or visit our website at openkeypm.com. Thanks for listening, and I hope you gained value from these past few minutes and will continue to listen to our upcoming shows. If you'd like to take a deeper dive with me, visit begin210.com to see the coaching opportunities that I offer. I'm here to help you scale from being a beginner to closing 10 deals within the next 12 months. Have a great day.